Hey guys, what's going on? DuffKing56 here, back to continue my Let's Play of Blueprints. Welcome back. It's always such a nice intro for me to do, because I get super excited to play. Like, I'm ready. It's time. We're here to have a boatload of fun. Now, a couple things. One, I feel like I'm stuck with a lot of stuff. I want to try to not look up as much as possible. And I also do need to disclose that I had inadvertently been exposed to a solution to a puzzle in the game. That was through watching my friend stream the game. Like, he plays it for me. He's very early on in the game, relatively to where I'm at. Like, as in, hadn't even gotten the basement key, and he figured something out without me realizing it until it was too late, and it prompted me to figure it out as well. So that's unfortunately where I'm at. So I apologize. I'm going to have to try to take care of that next time the tomb pops up, so that should probably signal to you what I had found. I'd done all of the groundwork. I just never put two and two together, which honestly is a theme probably for a lot of puzzles in the game. But yeah, I want to try, as much as I want to do the tool shed, I probably don't have the correct or proper setup for everything that I want in the game. So what I want to do is go for the contraption trophy. So in order to do that, I need to try to make the final contraption with the coin purse and the lucky rabbit's foot. Now, the question is going to be, how well can I execute on a plan like that? Because I'm going to start getting into trouble with needing to draft two rooms that aren't the most common, one being the coat room and the other being the workshop. I also need to find a way, hopefully, maybe making the workshop a little bit more common, as well as, you know, finding enough items so that I can use things like the trading post to trade properly. So that's my goal. I kind of want to burn the corridor here early, unfortunately. It's not like we're going to get into a key issue for all we know, but that's just kind of where we're going to be at here. Conference room's great for early spreads if we need to do it. So I don't necessarily have like the most robust goals this run. It's kind of the game is going to be directing a lot of what I want to do. So that's what I'm excited to do. Maybe we get... Of course, we're going to have some duplicates after we solve the mirror puzzle. Spoilers. But I will elaborate no further on that, and you can take that what you will. Let's see. The bedroom closet isn't terrible, especially if we get something good. Ah, coin purse. That's step one. So now we're looking for a coat room or coat check, I should say. And then, well, I guess it is in a coat room. It would be nowhere else, I'd imagine. And then trying to draft a workshop, which is going to be difficult with a dwindling pool. And by dwindling, I mean there's more rooms being added to our pool, so that's what makes it more difficult for our purposes. So let's grab our trusty old gem from the drawing room here and continue on. Breaker box is kind of an interesting pull. I think I'd rather roll like this because this gives us very good flexibility. And I really need to get a handle on the gosh darn logic behind all of these. The gems are not in the black box. The gems are in the blue box. Both of these statements are false. The statement on the white box is false. So if this is true, we would already satisfy the rules. So both of these statements are false. Wait, that can't be true, right? This has to be false. So that means both of these statements are true. The statement on the white box is false. If this box is false, both of these statements are true. The statement on the white box is true. See, this is where I start getting confused. If this is true, both of these statements are false. Which would mean... Right, is like the box true? Or does that mean the statement has to be true? Because then I'm in like this weird circular logic. Both of these statements are false, but if that's true, then this would be false. So is it true? I just don't have a good handle on... Like, listen, I'm good at a lot of things in life. Logic is not one. Logic applied in this way is not one of them. My brain does not think this way, and it frustrates me because I don't like thinking about it. Do I want to practice it? No. I don't want to engage with it at all. I like it when they're medium difficulty. This is hard for me. Okay. You gotta give me some grace. Anyways, back... Now that I'm done ranting, let's see. Both of these statements are false. Let's just say the box is true. So that means this is a true statement, which would mean statement on the white box is false. The gems are in the blue box. That means the gems are not in the blue box. That would mean this is true. So not in the blue box, not in the black box, which would mean that they have to be in here. So that's what I'm just going to go with. I'm just going to logic test with this stupid box. Okay, so like that might seem obvious to any of you, but I struggle with that a lot. I don't know what to tell you. It's not a good feeling, that's for sure. I wish I were better at stuff like this. I'm starting an episode where I'm like really excited, ranting about the gem box again. And I'm dead-ended here. Like, this sucks. I take the dice, I think. I know I don't have the tomb, but this is a pretty good deal. I really love this image. It's super cool. Alright, let's continue on. We don't have access through the east side to the west, so that's going to be maybe a prickly point going forward. Who knows? I was hoping for something that connected us here, so that's good. Another donation to the church. Wow. I don't like the drafting pool that we've had thus far. I feel choked. Jeepers. I definitely don't want the classroom at this point either. Now you might be saying, why not just use the dice? I do. I want to more so use it a bit more judiciously going forward here. I kind of like the pantry. This would be a great showroom run. Would love to draft security at some point as well. I think now might be the time to draft security. Because we can start an experiment. If there are any more letters that we should be receiving, we can prompt them here. I think, ooh, you know, oh man. I kind of like this one because we have a decent amount of gems. So let's log into the network and mess around with security. What we should be doing here is also special ordering, at the very least, either a magnifying glass or a metal detector, because we do need the burning glass eventually. Battery pack, where the fuck is that? Alright, we're gonna have to look for that. Keycard system. We want to max out that because we have the key card right now. And in case something weird goes on, you know what we have to do. And I keep thinking the special order is through security when that's not really the case. We literally just need to go to staff services and special orders to actually do this. I think it's most worth to get the metal detector ordered. We can just hope we find a magnifying glass elsewhere in the house. So, let's first look for a battery pack. Where might we have missed? Oh, perfect. I will take that. Thank you very much. The rumpus room is kind of interesting for us. It's coins, which is, I mean, coins are good. But I almost like the hallway here. Because who knows? I mean, if we're trying to draft a workshop, we're dead-ended here. And if we try to draft a coat room, we're in a dead end. So I feel like this is the most necessary thing. Wow, we are locked everywhere. The spare terrace interferes quite a bit with our experiment. But the walk-in has more items for possible trade from the item shop. So I will take the dead end here, even though it seems a bit counterintuitive. Like, I think this isn't bad either, because we have the courtyard if we really want to. But at the same time, the spare terrace is probably the way to go. I will miss the items I feel like we end up getting. Now, do I want to... I think I want to try to connect if possible. Kennel's interesting, but it isn't giving us much, so I'd rather take the spare materials. Kind of a very unfortunate series of drafts we're doing here. But what else can we do but just ball out, you know? We do what we can do, and that's all we can do. I think we need to go back this way. Again, not the most ideal way of backtracking here, but we put ourselves in that situation, so we can't be too upset. This is all planned in some way, shape, or form. Alright. Let's keep going. Wow. And I'm not forgetting that we have dice. It's just as pain. This is all pain. Commissary is good here. We can finally use our money. Although the passageway... Nah. We have to think about the health. We have to think about the health. There's our magnifying glass, which is great. I think we can buy out this and we're not really in trouble of much. Except for, you know, 2 steps to walk through this damn place. Here's our coat check, but we would be in a dead end if that were the case. So again, we're in a weird spot. Because we don't have a workshop. Hoping maybe there'd be a key there. I definitely don't mind opening this. Okay, more dice is fine, because that we can tailor what we're trying to do here a little bit. Break room is good. It's progress towards a trophy. Despite how much trouble we've been having with this, like, 1/3 orders of operations stuff going on right now. Okay, so this one's the round down, right? So this would be like 11 divided by 5 is 2 and change, so it would be 2. 20 and 18 is 36 divided by 10 is 3.6 rounded down is 3. No? Maybe it just means round in general? 38 divided by 10 is 3.8. Right? So would it be 4 then? Okay. 5. That one I'm a bit uncertain, because I didn't have a chance to go back and finish what this is. Let's try 10. Okay, it doubled. That's weird. So 3 lines. Doesn't this seem like too many solutions? Right? Doesn't it? Would I do this one? This was 10. So it rounded up and then you round again? Or maybe it's just rounded? 18 is 20? Oh, you round it twice, right? Nope. Damn it. 3 point, that's 4 again. 10. 20. 20. What? Did I fuck up again? I fucked up again. 1 second. Oh boy. Here I am thinking I'm in a good spot. Not the case. So 18 rounded is 20. Rounded is 20. 18, we do round down to 10. We subtract 1 and then it's 10. That I don't understand. Let me open up the grade 7 advanced math, I believe. I don't think I ever determined which one got it right. I think, actually, I did determine what got it right. Oh, does that mean round it to the thirds place, as in like 100? Because basically, because we had 59.6 with the 3 lines, minus 59.6 with the 1 line, going until it being 40, and I'm pretty sure that that is correct. So 18 rounded to the thirds place, if that's what we're doing, would be not 100. Because that's how I interpret it then. Basically 59.6 rounds to 100 minus 59.6 rounded to 60 is 40. Or maybe what this is telling me, because I just don't understand this. Okay, that worked. 10 times 14 is 140. If we round the thirds place, it's 100. Divided by 10 is 10. Okay, well, we figured that part. Okay, so that makes a little bit more sense. Dining room is actually strong for us, but so is the observatory. You can always draft another dining room, but we can't advance the day. We used a bunch. This is the dead end one, and I actually kind of want to draft it because it gives us the coat check. We have 5 dice, so we can always try to roll for more. Where are the security things, man? Alright, let's see. Mechanarium. I'm already thinking I'm automatically using a dice here and not thinking too much about it. Because, one, we only have what would be 2 gear rooms, and I don't like that at all, actually. Now is the time for the rumpus room? Because we don't have much of a choice. And this will likely be locked, but we need to start opening things up with hallways here. And we haven't... Of course, our experiment hasn't gone off. Cloister's nothing. Which I'll still take, though. Because we can dig. No flowers, sadly. But there's our security doors, which makes things a lot more streamlined. Turnip would be great here. Sad. Of course, we get our first piece of garbage. There we go. Okay, that makes me feel teensy bit better. I don't want to use our last key. In fact, I actually want to draft these rooms first. The attic is probably very strong for us. And it sets our experiment off. Oh, interesting. We can get the jackhammer if we really want to. We did get some keys, which will lend us some help. Plenty of trade opportunities as well. I didn't see that key there. Let's keep on going. We'll automatically proc the dining room next time we do it, too. I'm definitely taking the passageway. How could I say no to that? Another day for our experiment to go off. Lovely. The coat check, that's a box checked here. I'm going to use it. Do I want to check anything here? Like the battery pack? I don't think I want to check much of these at all. Maybe the compass? Actually, what I should do is just take everything out and draft, and then just see where the game takes me. Would not have been upset at, actually, do we want to... I think we want to do this. Believe it or not. Alright, so we're 2 and 2 with the experiments. Was there anything that we wanted to look at closely here? I don't think so. The kennel's good. Not the be-all end-all here, but there is a very good chance still that we can figure stuff out. Yeah, of course. I know, dude. I need a workshop. Don't do this to me. Don't you dare do this to me. This is kind of interesting. Wish I had the watering can. Start with that. don't like any of this, man. We've had to use so many. Of course, we get the clock room now. Let me leave the sanctum key for now. We have a chance. That's just unfortunately where we're at. We have a chance. We need to see it through. Until we do, we have to play this certain way. And now I'm using keys and I'm scared. There's a nook. I have so many opportunities to redraw here. This is fine because it procs our experiment. I like this item. This is the only chance we get. We either get something that will allow us to get a key, or we're fucked. Because we already dug the cloister. So we have to burn all of our items if this doesn't work out. Okay, there's the pool. I doubt it's going to have a dig spot or anything for us. So we use our last redraw. And again, we are in trouble. But there's a dig spot here usually. There we go. So that should unlock that door for us. Don't even care that it's garbage. I almost want to draft the tunnel just to see what would happen. There's also a chance that we get a key from the dig spot as well. Okay, there's something at the end. Is it a Moragi box? It is. And we got a key. So we played that correctly. Well, that's kind of cool. Maybe there's something in the Moragi box. Okay, so it's orange we want? Okay. Which makes sense because we're in the orange tunnel, I guess. So these rotate things. Oh, we're kind of close on this, actually. We need to not do this. I was about to say, that could have worked, actually. Oh man, that could have worked. This should move everything. And oh shoot. We move there we go. Yay! I'm cool with that. That was okay. We got a little Easter egg with the tunnel. Not quite floor 10 tier, but here we are. I'm cool with that. Thank you very much. I really am hoping for, you know exactly what I'm hoping for. I don't even need to say it out loud, but I'm going to say it out loud anyways. I want the fucking workshop. And I will take no for an answer, because I won't have a choice. You know what I mean? So, and I won't forget that there are many more dig spots. So if I run out of keys and I have a room left, it's not to be despaired at all. It's just life. Hoping, praying. The morning room is interesting. It's a dig spot here. Okay, I'm I'm interested. We'll draft... Sounded like a rooster, which combined with the dog seemed very weird. Please. Oh. We tried really hard for this one. I could use a day or two to redraft here. This would help our experiment. Don't have anything... Was it worth it freezing 15 gems? Let's redraw one more time. We just can't, unfortunately, catch a break. Let's just keep redrawing. Should we just redraw until we get it? And just eat the L? I kind of don't mind that. Oh, that's so much pain. Maybe what we could do, since we're here, so we'll do the Sanctum key. Oh man, we have to do the whole thing over again? That's incredible. I can't remember the solution. Oh man. What time is it? It's just past 12. It's not unreasonable to wait. God damn it. That sucks. Wow. I thought the door would be open for us, but I guess I know it's a time-gated thing. Well, I know what I'm going to do. I will cut back when the clock tower is finished, and then we will go and do the Sanctum key that we will unlock. Okay. All right. We're back. We're alive. We're miffed, but we're fine. I did see the something I was pointing out like heavily last time. Let me see if I can find the angle I was just looking at. The like clock arrows, I thought, or I think it's just the artifact of the lights with a long draw distance. But anyways, I also deftly went back and went through a raw recording to see what the hell the solution was, and hopefully I can just rig it up, and hopefully it's already just resolved. But I actually kind of want to see what happens when this door opens up. It's clearly not a slow like opening, so we would not have noticed it until, I'm assuming, the clock directly strikes 1:30, so that's kind of interesting actually. Now of course that I stand here, time feels like it's going faster and that I've missed my opportunity, but that's not the case. I'm assuming that it's probably still like 25, and it's not actually close to 1:30. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I'm not just gonna turn around. It's not gonna be open. I'd imagine there's some sort of animation that I would like to try to catch since I'm here. But if not, then, you know, maybe we have to do a little something here. No, I see. Oh, no. No. I thought maybe the shadows were becoming more concrete. Yep. The music shut off, which actually has happened before, so it's not shocking. Come on. No. Watch, it's gonna be 30. And did I miss it? Don't tell me I'm locked out because I've done it already. Okay. See, I knew it. You know, I forgot about the cutscene and all this. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's on me. It's on me. Also, another important factor. By the way, I'll hint at the puzzle that I was talking about earlier in the chapel before I end the day. We have to backtrack anyways towards the foundation, so please, with fingers crossed, already have this puzzle solved. No! Okay, so we'll go back to our roots and solve the puzzle quickly. I'm not one of those guys that can press the button and stop the thing, like, at the thing. This is 55. This is 8. The other one's 7, the other one's 6. Okay, that's 7. This should be 6. Oh, never mind. I hit it on the dot. This should be 5. This is going to be 558. Did I make this? Yes, okay, good. This is just going to be... Oh my god, I can't. 5... 59? Oh shit. Hold on, getting there. Right? No? Shit. What did I do? I wrote it down. I'm stupid. Hold on. 508. And it's 805. Whoopsies. 508. And this should be 557. And this should be 805. There we go. Okay. This time we're not going to muck up the sanctum key. I can't believe you need to... It's not permanent, but I guess it makes sense. I guess it makes total sense, actually. So let's leave this hellish prison. I really feel like we missed an opportunity with this run for a few different things, and it's not necessarily our fault, so I can't really take it to heart. But maybe depending on 2 not as common rooms isn't as good of a policy, you know? Like, what if we check... What do we want to check here? If anything, again. The moon pendant... It'd be kind of cool to check a rare item like this, because do we really even care if we carry over 2 random possible items? But then again, maybe the hall pass? Because then that exposes more interesting items in the classroom, because we can find that in the classroom pool. I think there's going to be a little bit more savvy things we're going to need to do when it comes to manipulation of item pools as well. So it's not something out of the realm of reasonability, I guess, that we need to be paying attention to as we go along here. So let's see, did we fuck up yet? No, we just have to full backtrack, which is fine. So not that way, the exact opposite way that I was planning on. I don't think it hurts to dig, just in case something pops up that extends our run. For example, going back to the item thing to see if there's anything interesting to trade for. And again, it's like, it doesn't really matter what we're trading for, because nothing's going to matter, I guess. If that makes sense in a weird, long-winded way. Nothing ever matters, but you know what I mean. I don't know if it was the best idea to pollute my draft pool with 2 duplicates of more basic rooms, but I thought for the sake of participating and everything, that was important, you know? So, let me take stock and everything really quick. Okay, so, clue. We need to write down the tools in order. So that's 1. And we've done this already. I have it in my notes. But now I just want a quicker reference. There's 4. 4 is the sweep. And I gave you another hint to the puzzle that will be coming the next time we roll the tomb. Because not only are we doing these in order, but we're focusing specifically on the tools. So this is a crop. And that is a scepter. Thank you for that. For the inspiration, maybe I should censor your name. That'd be kind of funny, right? I'll have to find a sample of a bleep. Not that you're ever going to watch this, but for the sake A silver key. That's a little rare find there. For the sake of anonymity, I'll do you a solid. Also, I realized I fucked myself over with the foundation reservoir water levels stuff by screwing myself over with the water level. I was not supposed to completely fill it. I thought overfilling it was the clue, but that is not actually the case. The actual case is that I needed to fill it to one less than overfilled because we're not going to be able to access the boat. So that is something that I didn't have to look up. It was through combing through old things and realizing, oh yes, there is a line for shore level at 13 and not 14. But again, once we get access to that boat, we'll be able to hopefully use the pump room to, and this will be a large step run sort of maneuver, to bring it down to 6 and then figure out how to get to the level 6 area. So hopefully that will give us some more very interesting things. So let's see here. The clocks is door 3. So let's open door 3. Aha. Hopefully we can do some good here. Now I have my map here. The color is yellow, which, okay, I have to get my guide up here for my realm and runes, if you will. So the color is triangles. Not those. Actual triangles. And then we want, this is the Arch Ares rune, by the way. I think this one is by train because it's connected to a Raja. So I think it's a 3-liner. Oh, is it gonna totally screw the colors over? It will. Okay, so let's redo this again. Sorry about that, friends. And then we want industrial because the factory. So we want I screwed up again. Sorry. There we go. We want factory. We want lightning as well. Where's the weather? Maybe we should just go inward to outward. Of course, it's the stormy weather's the jaggies, or not the jaggies, but the wavies. There we go. And then we want factory, which I think is this one. That's metropolitan. That's not true. It's academic. We want industrial, I think. So that's good. And then now do we just switch the color? Interesting. Let me go back to the stamp. So it's like together we weather. Maybe this is metropolitan. Maybe I just misunderstood. No, because that's like a smokestack in the middle. It's definitely not rainy. It's definitely stormy. It's not snowy. I want to say that's industrial. Oh wait, this is I'm looking for yellow as the color, not orange. Oh my gosh, orange is Corinda. I always get it wrong. It's Corerica. So let me go back here. Sorry. I want color. Do I have something that's just color? I do. I want yellow, which is the other thing. Which is actually the first thing I said, nope, it's not that one. That's actually really humorous, and I hope I'm correct because this would be hilarious. Yes, okay, we got it. That's another sigil down. Is that 4 out of 8? Look at that. Beautiful. Love this picture. That is so pretty. We love that for us. All right, first city is Steel, Renabom, Mount Holly Estate. We've arrived here after a few days of sailing. Okay, that made me realize how much more convenient it would have been in the old days when the railway tracks extended all the way north. Archaries is a destination with which I am well acquainted, having traveled here countless times on business for Cinca. This time, however, I will avoid the familiar towns and factories and will instead trek along the northern coast, an area with which I am wholly unfamiliar. Any interesting goodies here besides the Morajai box? Yellow tiles move north. It's the very first realm to introduce a new color to the traditional monochromatic tiles of the box. Given the number of ship routes and trade relationships between the two realms, this is not surprising. Fittingly, the variation itself was based on the brass compasses manufactured in Archaries that were often traded to sailors in exchange for the valued Morajai puzzle boxes. So these move upwards. Okay, we need to find a way to swap. Swap stuff. Okay, so we know that moves laterally. I can't remember what the grays do, unfortunately. Does the green move at all? The green just moves laterally, so what's the use of using the grays here? As is the green. Like, what's our goal here? What if we do... I thought maybe we'd be able to move... Oh, we can move the green up and down. Okay, so that's helpful. Does it move it to where the gray block is? Or does the green only move corners? So we want to see if we can get... Ah. So the green will switch with anything in a corner. Which means... we got that. That will move north. We need to free up the gray. I think we might have it here. The trick would be freeing up a blank space and then having the green, actually, hold on, do this. Okay, we actually reasoned our way through a puzzle. Okay, pats on the back, pats on the back. I am happy with that. Let's run back while we have the chance. Look at that, 1, 2, 3, and 4. We're rocking, guys. We are rocking. We are rolling. It's a good time to be alive. Just praise, be. We get ourselves another sanctum key, and it rhymes. Oh my god, we're rhyming. You know spirits are high. So we can look past that whole contraption business, you know. I shouldn't be selling out for it. I really want to get some pump room action, though, and fix all these issues that I've made for myself. Realistically, what is the benefit of going to the trading post? Without a workshop, I don't see the point. So I think it would be better to just end my day as it is by heading back to the break room, securing the key card for next run, and then 2 of whatever item that we want to pick. On the off chance that it's an absolute god RNG pull of all time, we could, in theory, get both of the items that we need to complete all of the contraptions. So that's also something to consider, too. The likelihood of that happening is very low. Could we infinitely donate our coins here? One of these days, we're going to get the showroom and actually have such a fair amount of cash that when we break the piggy bank with the coin purse, it will set us free. We could buy everything out, and we can get another trophy, which would bring us to... I mean, I see, on the foreseeable future, I see 3 trophies. Maybe 4. We've got 4 bullseye trophy, 4 dartboard puzzles to fix, to win. 1 of these, so that's 1 and 2. 3 would be buying out the showroom, and then 4. So we would be at 7 out of 8, which would mean that we're almost done unlocking everything for the next mode that we can buy through the Mount Holly gift shop. So we're slowly chipping away at what some would call 100% completion, which would be of like the achievements of the game. Now, that's not what I would call 100% completion, because by the time we do all that, who knows, we might still have some things to do in the actual game itself. So let's call it a day here and just be happy that, look at this. This is awesome. Like, how cool is that, right? Thanks so much for watching. I'll catch you guys up on the next run. Sure, it's not a huge 2-hour episode, but I would say, you know, finishing the clock tower for good, getting a sigil, setting ourselves up for success. We get 2 allowance coins. That's a pretty busy episode. So, until next time, my name is StuffKing56. Thank you so much for watching. Peace out and bye-bye.